It's showtime. Hey, good morning. How are you? How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates, gamblers, college football fans, college basketball fans, anybody I might have left out. Far and wide. Welcome in to Cup of Joe on Campus, the TTL Crew's weekly Saturday gambling preview for the entire collegiate football and collegiate basketball slates. Obviously, you can see we're a couple of average Joes. We like to wake up with you in the morning. Holy cow, I got the mascot live in prime time. This is going to be absolutely bananas. We got some stuff to talk about. Partner. Now, wild show it's going to be today. We got the vibes. We got all types of shit happening. My friend, the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. How you doing on the left side of the screen over there today, pal?
My man, I am fantastic on this Saturday morning. I can already tell we're a little slap happy, so I am excited already to get rocking and rolling with this show. We've got dozens, hundreds, dare I say, college football and college basketball games to chat about. I'm sure we won't dive into every single one too deep, but we've got some hell of a slate of games that I'm excited to get delved deep into, dude.
Get dove deep down into me too, my friend. I can't fucking wait. I am excited. We are definitely slap happy. A little bit of background here. Actually, before we get into all of that, I'll tell you actually what's going on today. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the notification bell as well so you never miss the start of a live show like this or the daily show, any additional content. If you're watching on one of our social media platforms, hit that like button, hit that follow button, all that good stuff. Send it on over to one of your friends. Maybe your enemies, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts, whatever the case might be. Share Talking the Line with everybody. The first time better to the Daily Degenerate, because the TTL Crew is for all, and we cannot tell you how much we appreciate it when you do. Outside of that, loaded show on tap here today, partner. We have quite the college basketball and college football slates to get through. Talk just quickly about yesterday. You had a 2-0 day on the books yesterday, my friend. I ended up going 3-2-1, mid-major king. Back in action, I ended up giving Lamar out. I gave Lamar out +1 on the show, but I saw I had it locked in +1.5, and then it looked like it stuck at +1.5 across the markets all day. So ended up going 3-2-1 in the green, my friend. As a crew, 5-2-1 seems pretty good to me. Not too shabby, but we can't get a fucking special play to the pay window to save our lives.
No, sir. I mean, my Air Force, I have to admit, it wasn't a sweat-free night for me. That Air Force triple overtime win was a electric finish. But yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with these special plays. Yesterday was a total whiff. I got to take some credit for that as far as that NBA under. What was the college football? Like Arizona got smoked. I mean,
absolutely
it was rough,
smoked.
man. It was rough.
Yeah, you see the Illinois lid on top of my dome. I made a promise. All of a sudden, Illinois started winning ever since I wore it on Cup of Joe on campus, so it's going to stay perched on top of my head. We got a huge game against the Hawkeyes of the land known as Iowa here today. But we can't bet on that game. We'll still talk about it a little bit, but it sucks. We can't bet on it. Thanks a lot, JB Pritzker. We appreciate you keeping us safe from being able to bet on our own college teams. We think you are just great for that. Thank you so much. Outside of that, no more hesitation, no more delay. Actually, one more hesitation and delay before we get into it. A little bit of background. So apparently, somebody who lives in the condominium unit or condominium association in my complex here has brought in some cockroaches into their crib. And those cockroaches spread like wildfire. Now, I do not have any cockroaches. Do not worry. I'm not a dirty human being. Mags can attest to this. If you have anything out of place in my house, I lose my mind. That all being said, pest control guys coming in mid-show some point in time. Can't let him in. We got Matilda locked up in here as well, so she might be jumping across the stream. I don't know. It's going to be bananas. So if you came for just a buttoned up, nice, easy, relaxing show here this morning, you ain't gonna find it, my friends, because the vibes are coming in hot. Shit's hot and heavy. I don't know what's gonna happen, but what I do know is it's time to get into the college football slate, my friend. Kick things off there. How many picks you got coming out of college football slate today?
I think as of right now, I've got 6, but as these things go on, we definitely add some. I could be wrong, but I do believe I have 6 for college football.
All right, I got 6 too. So hey, maybe we'll just line it up. You know what's the weirdest thing? 6 or 7. We'll find out. I don't know. There's something about the number 6. I don't know. There's something with us in the number 6. I don't know. Really?
At least for college football slates Saturdays.
Yeah, something with the number 6. It's kind of weird. So we'll see what's going down. Let's get into college football. First things first, you know the drill. We'll just go game by game. Now, partner, keep it a little bit tighter this week. If we ain't got nothing, we don't even need to waste breath saying, oh, hey, yeah, probably wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe so. Coulda, shoulda, woulda been. If it's something pressing where we might have a play for sure, other than that, let's just gloss right over these sumbitches. So,
most definitely.
First things first, I see you are wearing that quarter zip on the show here today. Do you have a play out of the first game of the day? The USF South Florida Bulls going up against the Tulane Green Wave laying 5.5 at home.
No, I do not. Unfortunately, I wish I did. I just need some more new college apparel because otherwise I don't want to be matching because I've got a nice Illinois hat, much like yours, but I don't want to be matching. We don't need to be a double Illinois show.
I feel that.
So no.
But what I also feel is this show is called Cup of Joe on campus.
Yeah.
And we have not acknowledged. Good morning. Holy shit. What a show so far, huh? This
Need
show,
a
I
little more
tell
of
you.
this, eh? Hey, I got 2 cups on deck, dude.
This show, I tell you. Okay.
Didn't bring the whole coffee pot this time, but I've got my reinforcements here.
And there you go. All right, so nothing out of that game. I'm guessing you won't have anything out of Wofford and North Carolina.
Nope.
Me either. Prairie A&M and Texas A&M. That's going to be a stinker of a game.
No,
I don't
thanks.
need that. New Mexico State and Kentucky. Anything from you, my friend?
No,
Me neither.
sir.
Goodness gracious. What the fuck is up with this early slate here today? I was looking through
What
this
the
and
fuck
like, man,
is
this
up
is
with
terrible.
these SEC teams playing New Mexico State is my
I
question.
have no idea. Tennessee State, Mississippi State, Mississippi State. You got anything on that?
No, sir.
All right. Mississippi State moving right along. Florida Atlantic against Western Kentucky. You got anything on that?
Nope.
Me neither. Okay, I do have a play on the next game. Finally. Goodness
Here we go.
freaking gracious. How about some shitty-ass matchups to start the day? We're going to the matchup between the Iowa Cyclones, my friends, and the Oklahoma Sooners. And you guessed it, I'm taking the Iowa State Cyclones. And no, not because they've been spectacular by any means this season, but I just think it's time we start fading Oklahoma. I know we talked about it a lot, partner, but like, we keep saying at some point in time Oklahoma needs to wake up, and I just don't think we're going to see it anymore. And I think with them proven to be beatable last week, I really, really, really think that Iowa State's going to give them a run for their money this week. This line has kind of jumped around everywhere. It was at 4.5. It's now at 3.5. Good morning, Kim. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for popping in for Cup of Joe on campus. But it's dropped down to 3.5 and actually 3 on some books too. So.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. I actually think that Brock Purdy is going to have a lot of success against this defense because right now they are 32nd in passing offense and Oklahoma is 104th in passing defense. So I think Brock Purdy can get 3-4 touchdowns today and make this one hell of a game with the Sooners. You don't believe me, my friends. Believe the trends. ISU 20-7 ATS last 27 following a straight-up win. 7-2 ATS last 9 following an ATS win. 29-1 ATS last 30 as a dog. And Oklahoma 2-5 ATS last 7 week 12 games, 3-7-1 ATS last 11 in November, and ISU, the wrong ISU, but nonetheless Iowa State 5-1 ATS last 6 meetings with Oklahoma. I think they got plenty of defense to keep them in this game. 10th in total yards allowed right now. So whoever, whether it's Rattler, whether it's Williams, I'm not worried about it. And I think that Iowa State could get the outright win. I don't need it. I don't need the outright win. Just give me the 3.5 all day long and twice on Sunday, my friends. Are you with me or are you against me?
I think I actually just locked it in with you for a half unit, my man. I honestly
Hot
just
dog.
needed one more person to talk about it because I was
Hot
staring
dog.
at it all week long. And you know me, I've kind of been I've been the one leading our camp as far as the Oklahoma's got to show up sometime, right? And that game last week, I think it's going to be a similar game to last week. I love the points like you just finished it off with. Don't need the outright win because these matchups, especially the last handful of years, have been really, really close. So it really wouldn't surprise me if Oklahoma got it done by a field goal. So I'll back you with that. Give us the points most definitely.
Let's go, dude. So there you go. There you have it. I'm glad that's what you said too, because you have been leading the camp on the all right, Oklahoma's coming around sometime, and hey,
Yeah.
we're finally on the same boat. So I think it's the right side to be on. Hold on. I was about to skip a couple of matchups. I got to make sure. UMass at Army. Any plays
No, sir.
for you? Okay, I didn't think so. I know how you like a good this kind of school.
Yeah. Man. Service Academy.
Service Academy.
Duh.
Goodness gracious. Service
All right, that's
Academy
it.
under.
Thanks, folks.
That's
Thanks for
okay.
coming.
Hey, thanks for coming by. Goodness gracious. I know you love a good Service Academy under, but
Yes.
nothing
No
there.
thanks.
Any action for you on Saturday? Kent State at Akron. Akron getting 13.5 at home. Interested are you?
Ooh, I honestly skimmed over this one. I'm not a big Saturday action bettor, but I've got nothing.
Me either. I don't either. I looked at it, but that's funny. Quick little sidebar. We always talk about that on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the week. Weekday action is completely different than Saturday action. I would take Akron plus 13.5 every single day of the week. I looked at it, decided not to take it because it's on Saturday. So something to think about there for sure. Now, what I was saying earlier, can't bet on this one, but I think it would be interesting. Purdue versus Northwestern. It's actually at a neutral site, so I'm not sure where this one's actually played.
Wrigley. This one's actually at Wrigley.
Oh, that's right. It's at Wrigley, so that's going to actually be a fun game. Northwestern getting 11 at as kind of the home team at Wrigley. Yeah. So I think Purdue could dog walk them, but I got no play out of that one, and obviously I can't bet on it.
Obviously, we can't bet on it. I mean, we've got thoughts on that Illinois game, so we can stop there. But yeah, I've got nothing here. I'm interested to watch it, obviously, because they've played games at Wrigley, and they've been awesome.
Hell yeah. Next game up on tap, still on the early slate, Wake Forest at Clemson. You got anything out of this game, partner?
I've been gun-shying this one.
Well, I got a play out of this one, so sign me up. Here we go. I am taking the Demon Deacons, plus 4.5, my friend. I absolutely love it, and I actually see this game kind of being like the matchup with UNC a couple weeks back. I just don't think that DJ Uiagalelei is going to get them over 4.5. I think this game finishes right around a field goal, maybe 2. I just think 4.5 is just way too much with how high-powered Wake Forest offense is. And speaking of DJ Uiagalelei, I would take the opposing quarterback against him any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Sam Hartman. I've actually been watching him as long as I've been watching Justin Fields. They both studs, and all of a sudden he has just become an absolute dog at Wake Forest. He was just a little kid in high school. It blows my mind how much he has grown into an absolute man of a human in college football. And Sam Hartman is a dog and a half, and I'll take him every day of the week because I think this offense might be a little bit better, if not 100% better than Clemson. 7th in total yards, 14th in passing yards, 51st in rushing yards, 2nd in points per game. Give me the Deacons, but you don't believe me, believe the trends. Clemson, 2-8 ATS last 10 overall, 2-5 ATS last 7 conference games, 2-8 ATS last 10 as a favorite, and 1-6 ATS last 7 as a home favorite. Wake Forest is 5-2 ATS last 7 versus a team with a winning record, 13-6 ATS last 19 as a road puppy, and 5-2 ATS last 7 meetings with Clemson. I don't give a damn, as always, partner. I've said it about 10 times this year, but I'll say it again. Shoot Dabo out of a fucking cannon for all I care. The Deacons are coming in and making this a game, and it ain't finishing by 5. It's finishing by 3 or less. Give me Wake Forest plus 4.5, dude.
I like it, man. I'm staying completely away from this one. I agree with you as far as Wake Forest offense, 100%. I still have a lot of respect for Clemson's defense, so that's what's keeping me away from it. I do like the play. Seems like too many points. I definitely am not laying it with Clemson, though.
Down to 4 on some books. Looks like at general consensus, I honestly, guys, would take that down to 3.5. Like I said, I don't think this finishes by more than 3 either way. Maybe even Wake Forest walks it off with them being the ranked team. Who knows? They need the win if they want to stay in playoff conversation or even at least big bowl conversation. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. My second best bet of the day. Partner, you got anything out of the next matchup? Florida State, the Seminoles at Boston College. Anything for you there, my friend?
Another one I've been staring at all week, but I haven't jumped on board either way.
Wow, neither have I. Okay. So let me just do a quick little update here of my second best bet of the day.
Dropping down to -1.5.
Okay, that's very interesting because I was going to take Boston College, if anything, but there you go. Now we got 2 plays right below. There they are. See, there they go now away. All right, I got nothing out of Florida State, Boston College either. Oh, I know you got something out of this one, dude. Charleston Southern at Georgia. Georgia laying 50.5 at home. You got dogs, right?
The dogs are barking, baby, but no thanks.
Yeah. Speaking of dogs barking, go check out my UFC blog whenever we get done with the show here. I think the puppies are going to be barking on the preliminary card, and I think we got some major fighters being undervalued, and I think we get some major plus Paulie and Paulina tickets to the pay window this afternoon, my friends, and the first ever #Don't Bet Against Brazilians parlay. But that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Right now, next game up on tap, hook 'em. Texas Longhorns going up against the West Virginia Mountaineers. It's a beautiful day to be in Mountaineer wherever you may be. Partner, do you have a play out of this game?
I have put both of these teams essentially on my no bet list at this point, partner. I don't know about you.
I have not. Not a damn second.
No?
I got a play coming out of this matchup, my friend.
Okay.
You better believe it. And I hope you're ready to get on board with me, my friend. Because we're going horns down, baby. We're taking the West Virginia Mountaineers -2.5 at home. Caught it at -2.5. Let it drop last night and ended up picking it up. And please, raise your hand if you've heard this with me, my friends. How are the Texas Longhorns underdogs on Saturday college football? Well, let me tell you. Something's going on over there, partner. I don't know what it is. I read an article this week that says potentially Sarkisian could already be stepping down as the head coach. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's happening. Bijan Robinson's out for the year. Josh Thompson, their number one defensive back, out for the year. Guys are starting to opt out of the season, and it's almost starting to look like they don't even give a damn about making it to a bowl. I don't really want to back a team in any spot, even if they're a slight underdog on the road, with all those concerns and all that nonsense going on. Honestly, I think that West Virginia has plenty of offense to absolutely stick with Texas and maybe even bury them really early. 42nd, or defense, I apologize. 42nd total yards allowed, 53rd versus the pass, 31st versus the rush, and 54th in points per game allowed. Without some of those key contributors on the offensive side of the ball, especially Bijan, if they don't have him, man, I think that West Virginia defense is going to feast today. But you don't believe me, my friends. Believe the trends. Texas 0-5 ATS last 5 overall, 0-4 ATS last 4 as a dog, 1-4 ATS last 5 as a road dog, 0-5 ATS last 5 as in conference games. West Virginia 4-1 ATS last 5 versus a team with a losing record, and 12-3-2 ATS last 17 home games. Man, it sure feels like a beautiful day to be a Mountaineer wherever I may be, and I think I'm locking it in. I'm not thinking. I know. I hammered the absolute shit out of this. I think West Virginia runs away with this by at least a touchdown. Might be close early, but I said it, man. Something's going on in Texas, and I can't back Sark and the boys anymore.
I'm with you in spirit. I'm not locking it in. I love the play. I really do. Like I said, both these teams have just gotten my no
West
list.
Virginia.
I would love to. I just looked on the tracking app. I haven't cashed a ticket on a West Virginia game since week 3. So get me out of this
Take
one.
me home.
I respect the pick, but no thanks.
Country road. Hey, I'm hitting the country road and we're going home, baby. That's all I know. All right, keep it rocking, keep it rolling, dude. Next game up on tap. Oh, I really wanted it so bad, but I couldn't get myself into it. Michigan State Spartans going into the shoe. Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes laying 19 at home. I know you're a big fan of Coach Day and what they got going over there in the shoe. Partner, what say you about this Big Ten matchup, Mr. Big Ten Homer?
Give me the Buckeyes minus the 19, my friend. I've got to play on this one. I think Ohio State's offense is absolutely rolling against these mediocre defense. I know they are. We saw it last week against Purdue, a team that dog-walked Michigan State in Purdue. Michigan State's defense is not very good in this offense of Ohio State. As long as they're not playing one of these stingy Big Ten defenses, they might put up another 50 spot today. I am not concerned about this one. Don't be fooled by MSU's ranking. They're not actually a top 10 team as far as on paper. It looks good. I know it does, but you look through their schedule, it's not that big of a gauntlet. They obviously had the great game against Michigan, but you look and they're a pretty public side. I think 70% of bets and money coming in on the Spartans. So give me the Buckeyes to lay the hammer down once again. I have zero concerns about this one.
All right, man. If I was leaning anywhere, I was leaning Sparty, and I knew if you would be taking this, which I was pretty convinced you were going to be taking it, you would be taking Ohio State and laying the points. So I didn't want to show you down on it. I couldn't do it. I don't know if I can back Ohio State. I've been talking so much shit about them, and you've been riding them hot and heavy. So, hey, I think you're on the right side. I think it is a setup because of Michigan State's defense. The only thing that concerns me is Michigan State's head coach. Help me out.
Mel Tucker.
Mel Tucker getting a huge contract extension. I don't know, maybe going on the road, making a statement in the shoe. Hey, that's why they pay me this much. Bring me my money. We all seen that gif. You know what I'm saying. But, hey, I think you're on the right side. I think this finishes by 3 touchdowns. Ohio State rolling right now. Next game up on tap. Rutgers Scarlet Knights against the Penn State Nittany Lions. Partner, you were beating the Penn State Nittany Lions drum. Holy shit, look at him again. He was going nuts. He said, oh, they're back. Oh, Harbaugh's piece of shit in prime time. He ain't doing nothing. Michigan goes into Happy Valley, whoops their ass. Is he back on the Nittany Lions again in week 12?
No, I'm not. I am actually going to the total in this one. I have to admit, I would have had a fantastic day of college football if it wasn't for the one bet that I was screaming off the mountaintop for an entire week from. So as far as the spread is 17.5.
He was ready to go to the dirt with me on it, kids. He was pissed. I should have took Michigan.
I know. So no, I'm sure I'll be back on the Nittany Lions train, especially if they put out a nice showing here. But I'm going to the under 46.5. This is my favorite Big Ten under of the week, actually. I'm still believing in Penn State's defense, so there's part of that where I'm backing most definitely, especially in a game. I was trashing on Jim Harbaugh last week in big games. James Franklin doesn't have the most star-studded record in Big Ten games himself, so I have to take one on the chin there. But against this Rutgers team, I think this defense is going to dominate. 5 of their last 6 games have stayed. This wasn't the game total, but their total of the games stayed under this 47 number. 5 of the last 6 games. The one exception was their game against Ohio State. So I really think this defense is going to absolutely dominate Rutgers today. Don't be fooled by last week's performance by Rutgers, putting up 38 on Indiana. Indiana has been a dumpster fire this year. All of Rutgers' the good majority of Rutgers' other games have been low scoring games. Their offense is not there, and they're not going to be able to do it today. Penn State doesn't have the offense to absolutely boat race them, to use one of your favorite basketball terms, partner. So give me the under in this one. 46.5. I think this one's going to stay way under today.
You see it in a ticker, you sons of guns. RMags' second best bet of the day. Rutgers Penn State under 46.5. I think I'm in the boat with you, partner. I think this one's going to be a sloppy one in Happy Valley. Next one up on tap, my friend, Texas State up against the Chanticleers. Coastal Carolina laying 24 at home. You got anything on this one?
No, sir, I do not.
I'm usually a Chant crazy backer, but not in this spot, my friends. I don't know what the hell they are anymore. Next one up, Arkansas State going against Georgia State. Anything out of the Fun Belt matchup for you, from my friend?
No, sir.
Me neither. Okay, we'll stop on it just quickly. One game that we cannot bet on, but should be an absolutely electric fair. The Illinois ILL. You got me over there, dude?
Oh, INI. My bad.
Goodness fucking
INI.
gracious.
I was looking for the game to pull up. My bad.
They are going into Iowa to play the Hawkeyes, getting 12.5 points on the road, my friend. Hey, all I know is that ever since I brought out the Fighting Illini lid, and I mean, look at this crispy son of a gun, dude. I mean, we got the OG Nike logo, like fresh fade for you. OG Nike logo, you can see there. The old Illini on the other side. I mean, it's fresh and crispy, man, and I haven't worn it for so long, and I decided to bring it out of the closet, and all of a sudden, the U of I start cashing tickets for the boys. They go to freaking 9 overtimes with your Nittany Lions. They win outright last week when we were like, oh, they ain't got a shot in hell, no way. Now, it even seems like more they have no shot in hell against the Hawkeyes. Why the fuck can't they win it outright again?
I actually think they have a chance. I don't want to disrespect
Iowa,
but this...
I do too.
If we could bet on it, this would absolutely be in my bet slip.
3.5 maximum. 3.5 maximum.
At least the spread. Because this Illinois defense has been really showing up, and I don't want to disrespect Iowa's defense because their defense is still fantastic. But their offense, I mean, these two offenses aren't that far apart. I would give the edge to Iowa without a doubt, but you give me a 17-12 score against a team like Northwestern. I'm sure I didn't watch that game. I'm sure they controlled the bulk of that game, but 17-12, I absolutely think Illinois could do exactly that. Without a doubt. So if you're in a non-Illinois or any other state other than Illinois, I would take the spread on Illinois. I might even take a sprinkle on their money line or some goofy alternate line if you have the capabilities. I don't think this is going to be more than a touchdown.
I think so. I would really be interested to see what those alternate markets are looking like right now because, man, oh, man, that 12.5 just seems like way too much. And the one thing is that Iowa just cannot get it going offensively. They still have somewhat of a defense, but even in front of the home fans, man, we've seen it. Like, they just can't get it going offensively. So
right.
I think your prediction of Illinois' defense being extremely undervalued, I think that's what does it here. We might see the boys get another outright win. So let's try this one more fucking time, pal. I feel like McAfee and Hawk over here trying to get him to say, oh,
yeah,
wait.
my bad.
ILL.
I-N-I.
Let's fucking go,
Let's
baby.
go.
U of I goes into Iowa, gets the outright dub as 12.5-point dogs. Next game up on tap, per the TTL crew. Call us crazy now. Feel free to quote us later. Next game up on tap, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets going up against the Notre Dame Gold Helmets, Fighting Irish. Shout out to our guy George Tapling. Make sure you go check out his blog, the Fourth and Irish blog. He's got some great insights. One of the better writers on Notre Dame out there. Check out his stuff. Shout out. Free plug there for you. But you got
Shout out.
anything in this matchup? Laying 17.5 at home are the Irish. Total 58.
No, sir. I was looking at a lot of different ways, but it does seem like Notre Dame might be the play, but it seems like a lot of points. Georgia Tech could make it scrappy. I don't know.
I'm good. Next one up, Washington Huskies, your boys, going against the Colorado Buffaloes. Washington laying 6.5 on the road. He's finally off the train. He says, fuck these guys. They're 3-7. Disavowed. They're off my bet list. I am done with them. Hey, I can't blame you, dude. I thought they were dead a lot of weeks ago, but glad you finally decided to come on this side with me. I don't have a play out of that matchup either.
No, like I said, when they couldn't cover a 7 in a monsoon, that was the last straw for me.
Yeah, no good. Next game up on tap, Michigan laying 15 on the road against the Maryland Terrapins. Anything you got out of this electric Big Ten matchup?
No thanks. I've been staying away for the most part on these Maryland spreads. A lot of points, but no thanks.
Sure enough. Anything out of the East Carolina and Navy game, partner?
No, sir. Those are your boys. You got anything on that one?
No, they are my boys, but I love them as dogs. They are covering everything left, right, and center right now. 4-0 ATS on the road. You want to get risky and lay 4, why the hell not, be my guest. But it just seems like one of those games where Service Academy and Navy could just do something goofy getting the points.
At least make it scrappy.
Yeah. If Navy was favored, I'd take ECU, but being favored kind of scares me away. Marshall at Charlotte. Anything from you, my friend? Marshall, obviously the Thundering Herd are my boys, but I got nothing on them.
Too many points. No thanks.
Same. Way too many points. Love them as dogs. Hate them as favorites. Nebraska at Wisconsin. Another Big Ten of Big Ten homer games. Wisconsin laying 10 at home with a total set at 43. Partner, what say you?
Ah, man, I really wanted the under. I might actually still lock it in. I'm scared about it. I don't know. It's just something I'm trying to fit myself into, that it seems like too many points on the spread, and the total just ain't quite where I want it to be. So I'm out for
both
now.
of them are 50-50, and it's not the nastiest of nasty Wisconsin games in November. About 46 degrees. It's going to start warming up here today, even though it's pretty fucking chilly right now. Going to start warming up. Going to have a little bit of humidity, a little bit of wind. It's going to be a nice November game. Nothing Nebraska doesn't know about, and these games both these teams are honestly kind of a toss-up over/under anyway. Nebraska is 4-5-1 over/under this year, and Wisconsin's 5-5. So I think trying to fit yourself into a side there, even though I probably would take the under as well, trying to fit yourself into a side there is just not the smart play. So hey, I'm proud of you. Way to stay away, Homer. Good job.
I can't promise that I won't stay away the entire day, especially since it's a 2:30 game, not even 11 a.m. Wisconsin is
gonna
smoking
sit
these
around
bad
and
teams,
fester on
mediocre
it.
bad teams. I will fester. This is the one that I've been festering all week on, and
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's keep it rocking. Next game up, Southern Methodist, SMU, going up against Cincinnati Bearcats. Bearcats laying 10 at home. Anything from you in that game?
I was looking at SMU in the points, but I stayed away.
I did as well, my friend. Decided it wasn't valuable enough for me, and maybe, just maybe, Desmond Ridder tears up a defense one time. So there you go. How about anything out of this Sun Belt matchup? App State at Troy. Troy getting 10 points at home. Okay, we'll keep it moving. Minnesota rowing the boat, apparently, on the road in Indiana. Minnesota laying 7.5 on the road. We talked about it early in the week, partner. You said, I don't know. Have you chosen a side?
I want Minnesota. I don't like laying points with Minnesota like that, but
No.
I really want to fade Indiana. They are really, really bad.
100%. I think they are too, but anything greater than 2.5 for Minnesota as a favorite, I am not interested in. So I'm proud of you once again for staying away from a Big Ten game. No, neither one of us have anything out of Old Dominion, Middle Tennessee. There's no reason to try and lay 20.5 with Alabama, but roll damn tide, baby, against Pick Suey. Hey, that's going to be all types of crazy shit going on in those stands. But I'm going into Alabama. Oh my gosh, do you have a play out of this matchup?
Not on the spread partner, but I do have it on the total.
Oh,
I
a
do have a
team
total
total.
play.
A team
No,
total.
Alabama, Arkansas. You're
Oh,
talking
I'm
about,
sorry.
right?
The full total. You said spread. Yeah, so you go into the game total.
I am going to
Currently
the game
set at
total.
58, up from open at 56. What
So
say you?
I'm going to the over. I'm putting a half unit down on this one, so grain of salt
Okay.
because
Okay.
I made it last week and I whiffed on one last week. My feel for totals outside of the Big Ten has not been fantastic, so take it with a grain of salt if you want. But I think I think people are going to be fooled by both of these two teams' recent games against LSU. Arkansas beat
Sure.
LSU 16-13, Bama 20-14, and that's going to kind of deter people to the under or just completely away from this one. But all the other games right around that, these teams have been putting up massive amounts of points, and I think we see that against each other today. I wouldn't be surprised if Bama puts up 40 spot, Arkansas puts up 21, 40-21 type game. Give me the over on a half unit play partner. Are you with me on this one?
I do think so. You know I hate backing my boys laying anything more than like 13 and a half, 10 and a half. Like I hate laying so much chalk with Alabama, but if I typically back anything, it's going to be backing the over with them. I think that they could get really close to going over this over by themselves, as redundant as that is. So I think it's the right side, man. I've taken a couple of Bama over so far this year. What number did you end up getting it at?
I got it at 58.5.
Okay, perfect. Either way, put it right in there. Just wanted to make sure it's in the old banner for you. It is there, ready to rock and roll. So, my friends, you see RMags now third best bet, Arkansas versus Alabama, over 58.5. Scrolling right down over yonder. Alert, 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 alert. 25 games remaining, 25 games remaining in the college football slate. Lock in, 25 games remaining. We move on to the UAB Blazers going up against the Texas San Antonios. Are you getting San Antonio Roadrunners? San Antonio, they're here, Roadrunners. Are you brave enough to back the Roadrunners, who have pretty much been a wagon against the number 8-2 ATS this year, but laying 4.5 at home? Last time I looked, UAB getting just an uncanny amount of money and a very low bet percentage. Anything from you out of this game?
No, but are we? I didn't look too much into this, but I really do like UTSA. Is there any value we're thinking here? I didn't look too much on this one.
I just don't know if I can meet Meep or not, dude. I really, 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 really like UTSA, but I think them
UAB's been pretty damn good to the number.
Yeah, they have been really good to the number, and I looked at it early on in the week, and they have been getting solid money all week long, and I mean, it just doesn't seem right to me. But I mean, 4-1 straight up, 4-1 ATS on the road is UAB. So I mean, why wouldn't they stick to that trend? Lost the hook on some books, down to 3.5 on some books. 40% of bets, 56% actual money wagered on the spread is UAB right now. So if you're going anywhere, you got to go UAB. With all that being said, I'm staying away, dude.
Yeah, I'm staying away. I'm interested either way, honestly.
I know. I just know a lot of people love to bet on UTSA, especially how good they've been to the number 2. So we're both staying away, but with a lean to UAB, I think.
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Virginia going into number 18, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh laying 14.5 at home. I was really interested in this one. Decided to stay away. How about you, partner?
Yeah, I can't tell if this is an overreaction to Virginia last week at Notre Dame. I've been interested in Virginia all season long, but with an offensive performance like that, I'm worried they put up another stinker, so keep me out. And I'm a big fan of Pitt this year, but keep me out of this one.
Yes, sir. I think the next game is going to be the public dog of the day, the ULL Ragin' Cajuns going up against the Liberty Flames. You might think the Flames are going to be the dogs. No, sir. ULL is plus 4.5 on the road. What in the hell? How are the Raging Cajuns getting 4.5 on the road? Liberty sucks. I think that's a setup and a half, and I think ULL might lose that outright by a touchdown. So I'm going to stay way the far hell away because it is a public dog, looks like to me, and it stinks to high hell.
Yep, keep me out of that one, but definitely has my radar triggered.
Brigham Young, BYU, going against Jasso. Anything out of that game for you?
No, sir.
Me neither. UConn getting 30.5. On the road, going into UCF, anything from you? Me neither. Temple at Tulsa, anything from you?
No, sir.
Me neither. Gonna be a stinker. Okay, next game up on tap. I debated all week long. Last night at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I said, fuck it, I'm in. Next game up, Syracuse Orange going up against the NC State Wolfpack. Partner, anything from you?
No, sir. I have nothing on this one.
All right, well, I do have something in this game, and I'm going back to my boys. They've been too doggone profitable, and I think this line is an overreaction, you sons of guns. You better lock in the Syracuse Orange plus 11.5. Forget last week. I know they got their ass stomped to Louisville, but it's one game, and it's not apples to apples. I think this game, this line is being set, rather, in this game above the key number of 10.5 to get more bettors over to NC State because NC State beat Louisville by 12 or 13, I think it was. Again, my main point, it's not apples to apples. Just because one team loses to a team that another team beat, it's not the same thing in college. It is week to week, it is game to game. I think Syracuse returns back to their form, and I think they play damn well today. I think points are going to be at a premium. Total is at 49.5 in a college football game, my friends. I think this could end like 17-14. This could be really, really low. I think Syracuse has no problem at all keeping this within a touchdown. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth rushing style game, and if you view it as that way, which I really, really, really think it is, you have to give the edge to Syracuse. They're 5th in offensive rushing yards, and NC State is 97th in offensive rushing yards. They're both pretty similar on defense against the rush, so obviously, there you go. The edge lies with Cuse. I think this is a ground and pound style game. I think they sling the rock around every once in a while when they need to. Partner getting his next sip of water going on, rocking and rolling, but you don't believe me, believe the trends. Syracuse, 4-0 ATS last 4 following an ATS loss, 6-0 ATS last 6 following a straight-up loss, 7-1 ATS last 8 conference games, 5-1 ATS last 6 as a dog, and 4-1 ATS last 5 as a road dog. NC State, 2-6 ATS last 8 after scoring more than 40 points in their previous game. Can you say letdown spot? And Syracuse, 4-2 ATS last 6 meetings with the Wolfpack. Give me the orange. I know it doesn't make sense to you, partner, that this team can cover a number, but get the fuck out of here. I think they're going to be back on track. Give me the orange for my, I think that is now third best bet of the day, at plus 11.5 on their spread.
You have me interested. I'll be honest.
That's
you have
my
me
fourth.
Interested. I actually think something that I meant as something that you basically alluded to at the end, as far as me not being able to contemplate Syracuse. I feel like this number, like you said, is an overreaction to what happened against Louisville, and people are like, "Oh, there's Syracuse. That's them. That was it. There they are."
Yep, gotta take it.
I still don't know if I can back you. Having said all of that, I do think that you got the right side, and 8-2 ATS all season long. I think you have to take the points with that team that's been doing that. So maybe I can get myself in there.
I didn't say it.
Hey, I might be able to back you. I'm not sure.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Syracuse plus 11.5. It's in the ticker. Next one up, Florida at Missouri. Florida laying 8.5 on the road. Any value from you there, partner? Does not look like it. Okay. How about Rice and UTEP? UTEP laying 9.5 at home. Once again, nothing from you.
Sure.
How about UCLA at USC? UCLA laying 3.5.
I was looking at it a lot of different ways, but I couldn't get myself into one side.
Okay. Well, I have a play out of this one. Let's keep it going. For fifth best bet now coming from me, I'm taking UCLA. -3. If you can buy the extra point on your book or even get it down to 2.5, I love that as well. I'm not as comfortable as at the 3.5. I locked this in a lot earlier, and you can definitely look to buy a point down to 3 or even to 2.5. I mean, it's not. I looked at the pricing last night, and it's right around maybe 135 down to 2.5. It's not anything crazy, so I wouldn't worry about doing that. And some key things here is that Caden Slovis is actually out for this game. It was looking like the whole week he was going to be in. It's going to be a shootout against him and DTR, but it's not going to be a shootout. They don't have Slovis in for this matchup, and USC also has a boatload of other questionable and out players, and I talked about it time and time again. When a college team has a bunch of questionable players, you never want to back them because sometimes they just really, really, really lack that depth, and I think that's what we see from USC today. I put this line closer to about -6, -5.5, somewhere in that ballpark, so I suppose I wouldn't be afraid of the -3.5, but I just like it better under the key number. Again, I talk all the time. What the hell do key numbers matter anyway? So you don't believe me? Believe the trends. UCLA 4-0 ATS last 4 November games, 5-1 ATS last 6 road games, 3-2 ATS last 5 overall. USC's 1-5 ATS last 6 overall, 5-16 ATS last 21 as a dog. They were an underdog in this game for a reason. USC 1-4 ATS last 5 conference games, and USC 4-0 ATS last 4 home game, or 0-4 ATS last 4 home games, and the favorite is 5-2 ATS last 7 meetings between these two. Give me DTR and UCLA, Chip Kelly, the visor, and the sissy blue train to get to steaming back down the tracks once again and make a little run here at a bowl game in Chip Kelly's first season. UCLA by the half point down, or even down to 2.5, -2.5, -3, fifth best bet of the day.
All right. I'm interested, but still haven't made any play on this one. But you do have me interested.
Okay. I'm not as convincing as I was in the earlier rounds. Well, I'll get back to action. Don't you worry.
That one is more so just those teams, not quite on my no bet list, but kind of at least souring me.
For sure. I haven't gotten too soured from them yet. So there you go. UCLA -3. Buy the hook down if you can, just to be a little safer. All right, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. We're just about to the end of the collegiate football slate. You got anything out of Kansas and TCU?
No, do you? I saw you were interested earlier in the week.
Yeah, I was. Shout out Chalkboard. I always drop early stuff in there. I always check some things out. Download the Chalkboard HQ app, join the Talking the Line board, check out some of our channels, come hang out. It's an absolute blast. We're always posting about it on Twitter too. If you follow us on Twitter, we have been having a gay old time in there, going back and forth, talking shit, dishing out picks, special plays. Shout out our guy Ted. Been an absolute pleasure to join the family so far. So shout out to Chalkboard.
Shout out.
Make sure you download the app and check out some of the other boards on there, because there's a lot of other up-and-coming names that are absolutely killing it in the market right now. So there you go. There you have it. Shout out to everybody who's involved with Chalkboard. I wanted Kansas, yes, sir, but I'm going to stay way the hell away. I think it's a setup and a half after Texas, and I think I don't think TCU gets it done by more than 3 touchdowns, but I don't have the yawns to back the Jayhawks 2 weeks in a row. So next game up on tap, Baylor Bears at the K-State Cats. This game is in Bill Snyder Stadium. Partner, do you have a play out of this matchup?
Yes, sir. I do believe we both have a play on this one, correct?
Oh, we certainly do. Would you be so kind as to indulge the fans out there as to what play we're lining up on today?
Alrighty, so we are taking K-State. I don't know what number you caught them at. I caught them at -1.5. I do believe this is a trap for the Baylor Bears. A highly ranked team, number 11 in the country, coming in as a dog against a, I believe, unranked Kansas State team, if I'm not mistaken there.
Yep.
I think it's a letdown spot after that win after Oklahoma. I know these are your boys, so I'll let you hammer in a lot of these points here, partner. Kansas State is quietly rolling right now. I was a little tentative on them earlier in the year, but they are playing their best football right now. I think this is a good matchup, and I think they can make it close and scrappy. Baylor offense isn't good enough to run away with this game, so I think Kansas State at the very worst is going to be in this game the entire game, if not controlling the game the entire time. So give me the K-State Wildcats to hang in there or either control the game, hang in there, get it done late, and then, have no sweats for us on this one. Take it away.
Deuce is about to be loose all over this Baylor team today, my friends. It's going to be a slow, grinded out game. I love the Cats. I caught them at -1. I tossed -1.5 in there. I'm fine with it at that, too. I don't even think you need to buy the extra nickel on the money line just to worry about that. I am just fine with any number this goes to. I'm honestly even fine with it going to 2.5. I think it is a setup and a half for the Bears, too, my friend. Emotional, gritty, dirty win at home. I told you last week I took them. I tweeted about it last week. The Baylor Bears are going to win this game outright. It felt to me like a game, sick 'em Bears, and they were getting wild, man, and that's exactly what happened. Now they go on the road into Bill Snyder. let down spot, my friends. This is going to be a shootout, but it ain't going to be a 70-70 shootout. It's more going to be like a 14-14 type of shootout. It's going to be back and forth, grinded out, and if my prediction does come true, then you got to give it in the favor of Kansas State. They control possession. They are the time of possession edge is in favor of them in this matchup with Baylor. I think they lean on that, and they lean on the home crowd to get this job done. But you don't believe me. Believe the trends, kids. Baylor, 1-4 ATS last 5 after accumulating less than 170 passing yards in the previous game. Baylor 1-5-1 ATS last 7 on field turf. We'll talk about that surface being rather important time to time here on the Talking the Line pod. Or the Cup of Joe pod, but we always talk about it here as well on the Talking the Line pod. Goodness gracious, got to remember what show I'm on. Kansas State, 6-1 ATS last 7 in November, 4-1 ATS last 5 home games, 4-1 ATS last 5 as a home favorite, and Kansas State, 4-2 ATS last 6 meetings with the Bears. Give me the Cats and let the deuce loose, as well as my partner. You see it in the ticker, Kansas State, -1.5.
I love it, dude.
I love it too, dude. I'm glad you're on the side with me finally. I absolutely love it. Okay, here we go. Next game up, Cal Golden Bears against the Stanford Cardinal. What say you, my friend, in this matchup?
Give me the Golden Bears. I do believe this has jumped up to 2.5, and I still like it right there. I caught it at -1.5. You could throw 2.5 in there if you want, partner. I know both these teams are bad. I won't deny that at all. These teams' straight-up record is going to have you thinking that they are a close team, like the spread might make you think. But I will tell you that Stanford is the much, much worse team in this one. Cal has won 2 of their last 3 in the Pac-12 last few weeks here. Wins over Oregon State and Colorado. And Stanford has not won or covered a single game since their fluke win on October 2nd against Oregon, the number 3 team in the country. Yep. That has people thinking that Stanford is much better than they actually are. We kind of saw this trend of Stanford falling into abyss pretty immediately after that Oregon win, partner, and it has only continued. They've only gotten worse. Mm-hmm. And this Cal team is honestly, again, they're not a good team. I'm not going to try and convince you that they're a good team. But they're not the terrible team that their record would say. They've been really scrappy in the Pac-12, and I think they take this one with ease. Also, our mutual friend and future guest of the show, call his free pick line for a pick on this play, Joe D'Amico, and you may or may not see him on the same side as me.
3-1 ATS on the road, 1-3 ATS at home for the trees. I think I'm in the boat with you, my friend. I was a little tentative on it, but Stanford really, really, really sucks. The only reason why I was tentative on it is just because you faded Stanford time and time again. It's worked out sometimes, sometimes not, but I like it against Cal for sure. So there you go. There you have it. It's in the ticker, my friends. Anything out of Auburn, South Carolina, partner?
No, sir. Nothing.
All right. Going to wrap the college football up a little bit quicker here. Vanderbilt, Mississippi. Anything from you?
No, sir.
South Alabama, Tennessee.
No, sir.
Oregon, Utah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you got out of that matchup? I decided to stay away.
So I bought a half point and took Utah at -3 in this one. This one
it's
even
at
bigger.
3, so you don't need to buy a half point. It is at 3 across all books.
Well, when I saw it, it was at -3.5, so I bought a half point. But I love it at -3 right there. I think this is a massive trap spot for the number 3 team in the country. Oh my gosh, the number 3 team in the country is an underdog here. I am taking the Utah Utes to handle business. No huge disrespect to Oregon, but I do not think they're anywhere near the number 3 team in the country. I think they're a very similar status as this Utah team, at least on paper, rankings aside here. And I think at home, the Utah Utes get it done outright and cover that -3 spread, cover it by a touchdown. And we have no too much sweats in this one. This is, for the most part, me fading that number 3 team being a dog. Why are they dog? I don't know. I think this is much closer than people are going to make it out to believe. Give me the Utes -3.
All right, there you go. There you have it. It is down in the ticker. I wanted to get over to Utah. I thought that, what the hell? Why is the ranked team the dog? Well, typically that's when the books are setting you up. But I couldn't get all the way in the boat. I think I'm backing you with Utah. If Oregon loses this game, then the playoff hopes are over. So I think you're on the right side, man. I'm scared as to what's going to happen in this game. So there you go. There you have it. It is at -3 across most books. Do you have any other plays coming out today, partner?
Let's see. I have one more. One more Pac-12 play.
One more Pac-12 play. Okay, so we will skip Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. I wanted to get in the boat again with Texas Tech, but I could not do it. I thought it was a setup and a half, especially with it losing the hook in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go ahead and stay away from that one. I would lean Texas Tech, but Oklahoma State pretty solid on the road. Just not the greatest against Texas Tech. So I'm going to be tentative. I don't want to push my luck doing it back-to-back weeks. We'll skip over Wyoming, Utah State. Nothing for me there. UL Monroe, Louisiana State, LSU, I got nothing there. And New Mexico against Boise State, nothing there. Also, we got nothing out of Colorado State and Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii plus 2.5, a little nightcap. Who knows, depending on how things go. But wrapping things up, final game before we dish out a little bit of college basketball insights. Arizona State at Oregon State. Final Pac-12 game. Oregon State getting 3 points at home. What say you?
I'm taking the Sun Devils. I'm trusting the Fighting Herms, my friend. This is my second half unit play. I'm trusting what I think is the better team in this matchup. There are some interesting money splits. 26% of bets on the Sun Devils, 42% of money. I wouldn't take this over 3. I don't like it at 3.5, too much there. I do love it at 3, though. I think the Sun Devils are just the better team. I think we're going to see it tonight, and I think the Sun Devils are going to prove once again that they deserve to be right on the edge of that top 25 sphere, and are just a step or two above this Oregon State team, who has been pretty scrappy, but I think they've kind of outkicked their coverage a little bit. They're going to fall back down to earth a little bit. Give me the Sun Devils -3.
Okay, I couldn't fade my boys in Oregon State. I think that Arizona State is the right side, but they also have absolutely been awful on the road the entire year. 1-3 ATS on the road, and Oregon State 5-0 ATS at home. So that's the only thing that gave me real pause, and you always got to take note of that. So just a little something to think about. But anything else from you for the college football slate today, partner?
As far as college football is concerned, no, sir. I am all set.
All right. Well, let's switch gears. You see everything down there in the ticker, all of our college football plays. Let's switch gears to a little bit of college basketball. Got about 40 minutes, I'd say, left of the show here. Maybe a little over, maybe a little under. Who knows what the hell's going on, but we will keep it moving, keep it grooving nonetheless. All right, my friends, here we go. First game up on tap on the college basketball slate today. Partner, you got anything out of Monmouth and St. Joe's? Monmouth and St. Joe's. Nothing from me either. It was interesting because when I locked in some of my plays, I would lean Monmouth here. I obviously love them as a team. You've heard me talk about them on the Daily Show day in and day out. They are getting what looks like to be the sharp and big money, but there's really no splits or really anything out. -1.5, +1.5. It's bouncing all over the place. I'm going to stay away from that one. Binghamton at UConn. Anything from you, my friend? I love Binghamton. Make note of that team. They are really good when they are a smaller underdog, but not as a 31.5 point underdog against the 23rd best team in the nation, the UConn Huskies. How about your day one boys? Bethune-Cookman going up against Bryant. Bryant, one of the teams that I think is way better than Bethune-Cookman, getting 18.5 points.
I've got nothing on this one. The old BC Cookman Wildcats did not impress me that first day.
No, they really screwed the pooch on that one for you, dude. I apologize that you took them hot and heavy, but I don't know why that's backwards because I think Bryant, I think that's backwards on there. Bryant's laying the 17.5. That's backwards on the old cover. So do not think Bryant is the dog. Bryant is the favorite, and they should be against Bethune-Cookman.
Right.
Stanford at Baylor. Baylor laying 14.5 at home. Anything from you there, my friend?
No, sir. I'm out on that one.
Me either. Game I really wanted to play. I just don't know exactly what happens. I think that Drake is a wagon going up against Richmond. Laying 4.5. I wanted to take Drake, but I'm still going to stay back just a little bit now. They've only had 2 games. I want to see them continue to build on what they're doing.
Yeah, this is absolutely just I want to see what both of these teams are. It's going to tell me a lot about what both these teams are. I might cash some tickets on both ways after this game.
Hell yeah. Anything out of Central Con and Quinnipiac?
No, sir.
Love Quinnipiac, but not as a 14.5 point favorite. All right, I know you got to have something out of this. Villanova versus Tennessee. Villanova in a neutral site game was the 2.5-point dog, down to the minus 1.5-point dog now. I knew you had Villanova, but don't let me stick my foot in my mouth. What you got, partner?
Yeah, you are correct. I have to admit, I am very nervous about this one.
I would be too.
I'm going on my principle on this one. You can fade me if you want. I fully endorse that because it is looking like a potential trap for Villanova. I do have to trust my intuition that I think Villanova is the better team in this matchup, especially on a neutral floor. Like you said, partner, no home court advantage either way for Tennessee. I like Tennessee, but again, I just have to. I'm trusting my intuition that I think Villanova is the better team. If they lose, I will stop being on that train. No doubt about that. But down to 1.5 when the money is coming on Villanova has me extremely nervous. I don't know that if I were you that I would back them, but if you're trusting that Villanova is that team, then back them. Otherwise, don't back them.
I don't think I'm going to help you row this boat gently down the stream, partner. I actually was going to take Tennessee last night at the 2.5, but I was too afraid to wake up and it be at 3.5, and now I feel like a damn dummy waking it up, and now it's at 1.5 because I would love the Tennessee side. I just do not think Villanova are those guys yet, pal. Yet is the key word in that sentence. They'll get it together. They'll find the cohesion, but, man, they just got a few too many holes to close games out right now, and Tennessee looks like a well-oiled machine. So, not throwing any shade at you, but I think you might have to sweat this one out alone.
It's going to be sweaty.
So there you go. There you have it. Keep it moving. Oh, man, I really wanted a play out of this game. Canisius going up against Cleveland State. You said who, Colt? What the fuck are you saying? I wanted Canisius +8. Put this closer to about +6.5, but some key trends, some key things I saw. I didn't know exactly which way to go, so I decided to stay away. Canisius at anything bigger than a 6.5-point dog is always worth a look. Wanted to give it, but I think this might finish right at 8 or right at 7. So kind of depending on where it goes, I think Cleveland State gets the outright win just by whatever key number. So Canisius will eventually come around. We'll be able to back them a lot, so keep that number or name wrote down. But right now, do not back them against the Cleveland State Vikings. No spread on that game. Forget that. Detroit Mercy going against Louisville. Anything from you there, partner?
No, sir. Detroit Mercy, I'm interested to see what they are. They are pretty scrappy sometimes, though.
Most definitely. Ryder at Buffalo. Buffalo seems to be boat racing teams. Ryder 0-4 ATS overall and 0-2 ATS on the road this year. Nothing from you, nothing from me.
Sir.
Keep it moving, keep it grooving. Oh, I really wanted to play out of this next game, but decided to stay away. Austin Peay going against Dayton. Austin Peay was at 14.5 last night, down to 13.5 now. That is them being the underdogs, but I could not get all the way in the boat on this one. Nothing from you either. Doggone it, I wanted to back you. Next one up, I doubt it. Howard versus High Point.
No, sir.
Take note of High Point. Very solid team to back. I don't know, -4. Maybe more in a dog spot this early on in the season. So write down High Point. Make sure if you hear me talk about them, that's a team we're going to want to back. UCF against Evansville. Holy shit. Okay, my friend. Evansville getting 8 points at home. Total opens at 128.5 down to 127. What say you?
Well, you got me interested in that total after you mentioned it going down like that, but that is not where I'm going right off the bat. I am going to UCF -8.5. I'm laying the points on the road. I'm fading Evansville, man. They are not a good team. I put this one closer to 12. I think it might get a little sweaty, but Evansville has been, I've watched them a few times. They've been struggling mightily against lesser competition than UCF. And UCF has been pretty damn solid so far. I've also been watching them a little bit, and they have taken care of a handful of spreads. Beat Miami outright as 3.5-point dogs. I think they smash them in the mouth. I think we start to see some big old spreads. I think I think we start to see some big spreads with Evansville. I think they're going to be one of the lower teams in the MVC, and obviously a big conference mismatch here, and a team that I do not think is going to be at the top of the MVC whatsoever. So give me UCF -8.5 for my favorite spread pick of the day, actually.
Oh, his favorite, he says. Holy cannoli. All right, so UCF -8. You see it down there in the ticker. Next game up, Northern Arizona against the UTRGV. What the hell is that? University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. They're like the Vaqueros, I believe. Team that you say, who the hell, who the what? The Northern Arizona Lumberjacks, love to fade them. I was thinking about playing them last night, actually. -2 on the spread. They are now up to -3 this morning. I feel like a damn dummy because I wouldn't take them higher than 3, but I think that 2 was the absolute perfect spot because I think this does end right at 3. So we'll see where that number goes, but nothing there from me. But 2 teams I think you're going to see from the mid-major king from time to time, okay?
Yeah.
Next one up, Holy Cross visits Air Force. Actually, no visit. It's a neutral site game. Air Force getting 3.5 against Holy Cross. When will the books stop taking their pants down for Air Force? This line was not up last night. I almost want to take the 3.5. What say you?
It looks like I'm seeing they're giving 3.5, -3.5 on my side.
Oh, they are -3.5. Doggone. The covers is...
Couple typos, huh?
Yeah, a couple of typos here this morning. So, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I would not take them at -3.5. I would definitely take them +3.5, but wouldn't take them -3.5. So I think the books are finally respecting the boys who are 3-0 ATS. And, oh, hey, got our first cash of the year for us at +7.5 against South Dakota. And I mentioned that because the Southern Jaguars, another mid-major darling of mine, cashed at +7.5 last night against South Dakota. So if you question the mid-major king, I ask that you do not any longer. Let's keep this moving, keep this grooving. Can't bet on this game. SIU Edwardsville at Youngstown State. Can't bet on it. I don't think there's any value there anyway. Dixie State going up against CSU Northridge. Northridge smacked me in the mouth. I thought they could get it done in their home opener. Staying away from them for the time being. The doggone Matadors pissed me off last night. Next game up on tap. Fuck Bradley going against Brown at a neutral site game. Looks like Brown's getting the points. We can't bet on this one because Bradley's an Illinois team. But still, anytime, fuck Bradley. Troy, roll birds. Troy versus UT Martin. Anything from you there, partner?
No, sir.
Me either. Okay, finally, I get to give out a college basketball pick. Goodness gracious. I just been goofing around over here. All right, matchup between the Montana State. Holy cow, let me get my notes pulled up. Goodness gracious, everything's all backward. The Montana State Bobcats going up against the New Mexico State Lobos. My friends, this line... just New Mexico Lobos. I'm sorry, not New Mexico State, just New Mexico Lobos. The New Mexico State are the Aggies, and they got their teeth kicked in yesterday. New Mexico Lobos. New Mexico Lobos -2 is my best bet in this game. If you know me, I am a Big Sky homer. You say New Mexico is not a Big Sky team. What the fuck are you saying, Colt? Montana State is, and they are the bottom. Okay, so here's your totem pole. There's the top of the Big Sky. There's the middle of the pack teams. 50 layers of shit, and then there's Montana State. There's no reason they should be +2, my friends. It should be +4.5, +5.5. I honestly would take this all the way up to -5.5 in favor of the Lobos. Couple key reasons as to why. I think that they are going to absolutely boat race. Thank you, partner. Montana State. They are 20th in the nation in tempo, going against Montana State's 206 in the nation. Defense is pretty doggone similar, so you got to look at the offense. And oh, wouldn't you know it, New Mexico looks just absolutely gorgeous and primed to drop buckets on the head of the Bobcats. 87 points per game from the Lobos, 46.9% from the floor, 37.8 from behind the three-point arc. Montana State, 81.7 points per game, 41.7 from the floor, and 35.8 from three. You don't believe me, believe the trends, my friends. Montana State, 3-10-1 ATS last 14 overall, 2-6 ATS last 8 as a dog, 5-1 ATS last 6. I'm a homer for him even when it's the weekend. Saturday games, day of the week trends, you sons of guns. UNM 5-0 ATS last 5 overall, 4-1 ATS last 5 as a favorite, 5-2 ATS last 7 as a home favorite, and UNM is 2-0 straight up, 2-0 ATS at home this year. It becomes 3-0 in both categories today. First best bet, New Mexico Lobos -2.
You got me into that one without any doubt, my man.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's your Big Sky. Fading those bottom teams is like me fading my SWAC teams at the bottom, man. It is a prime for cashing.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Next game, no spread. How about UNC Wilmington? UNCW going against Delaware State. Anything from you there?
No, sir.
Me neither. Can't bet on this one, but I think Loyola rolls. UIC going against ULC. Loyola Chicago going against University of Illinois Chicago. Can't bet on that one, but I think Loyola would be worth a -18 point lay. Next game up on tap, my friend. You have a play out of this one. I have a play out of this one. I'm excited to talk about it.
Okay.
Chattanooga Mocs at the VCU Rams. That's Virginia Commonwealth University to you peasants out there. My friends, I know where my partner's going.
Oh,
I think you might all know where I'm going. Partner, go ahead, kick things off here. What's the best bet out of this matchup here today?
you want me to kick things off with mine?
Please and thank you.
So I am going to the under in this VCU matchup, my friends. I caught it at minus 124. I think it was this. Yeah, it was a couple hours ago this morning. Much like I took VCU, Vandy under. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was right around 130. The number dropped. It is already down to 120 and a half, friends. 4 points over the course of a couple of hours. This shouldn't be over 100.
No.
It really shouldn't
No.
be. Under 120 is
No.
a little bit different, but these VCU games, I am absolutely hammering any under unless the other team is a, just absurdly high-flying, fantastic offense, which no disrespect to Chattanooga, but VCU's defense.
Whoa.
Hey, I like your play. I'm not hating on that by any means, but I'm talking about just a team that's going to put up 80, 90 points, which I don't think is the case here today.
Well, we'll see.
VCU is a dumpster fire on offense. They're wreaking havoc on defense. I love their defense. Their offense I think it's going to have partners play being an easy casher, but their offense is an absolute dumpster fire. I don't know what I like more, the success that VCU has on defense or the lack of offense that they have on the offensive end. I don't know which I like better. It's a perfect combination for an under. It doesn't matter who they're playing 90% of the time. These numbers are going to continue dropping beyond this game as these games continue to finish potentially under 100 again. Their game against Vandy, 48-37. It was a dumpster fire, partner. I'll tag you in or else I'll keep going because this is my favorite college basketball bet of the day. Take the under at whatever number it is. I love it right now at 120. I got it at 124.
Well, I think it's going to be a shootout, a low total shootout, and in that case, you got to take the dog. So give me the Mocs +5. I love Chattanooga. Again, one of my darlings when it comes to mid-majors. I love them. You talked about the VCU defense. Yeah, they're good. 23rd in adjusted defensive efficiency per KenPom, but I think we see a little bit of regression on that. They really have not been able to, or played rather, like the same classic VCU Rams. Now, why I think that is because Chattanooga's not terrible compared to some of the teams that VCU's played so far. They're 107th in adjusted offensive efficiency per KenPom, so I think they're going to be able to put more than a few buckets in the basket, and I think this is going to be a slow, grinded-out game, partner, which is why I think your under has hella value, my friend. Chattanooga 350th in tempo, VCU 235th. I think Chattanooga's going to get a little bit of a lead, and they're going to slow this game way, way, way down, and then honestly, I think their defense too allows them to stay in this game. They're 37th points per game allowed, 48th in field goal percent, and 51st in three-point field goal percent allowed. So I love that. And then one other thing I absolutely love this time of the year is the charity stripe, dude. Chattanooga, 75% from the free throw line. VCU, 63%. It is absolutely disgusting on the Rams side right now. I love Chattanooga get +5. I would take this to -2 in favor of Chattanooga, honestly. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. VCU 1-4 ATS last 5 following a straight-up win. 1-7 ATS last 8 following an ATS win. The Mocs 21-6 ATS last 27 road games. 23-11-1 ATS last 35 as a road dog. And the Mocs are 19-6-1 ATS last 26 following an ATS loss. Can you say rebound squad? I certainly can. Give me the Mocs +5. It's in the ticker. And give my partner the under 120.5 too is probably just fine as well.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna lock this one in for a half unit with your spread as well,
Let's
partner.
go.
I needed to hear it from you. It's gonna be a disgusting game, and the underdogs
Mocs, baby.
play.
Mocs, baby. It's already down to +4.5 at market consensus. The VCU Rams 0-2 straight up at home, or 0-2 ATS at home. I apologize. Chattanooga 1-0 ATS on the road. So why wouldn't those trends continue? I think they do. Next game up, is Chicago State, is that in Illinois? Is that a Chicago? I mean, I would imagine it is.
Yeah, it's in Chicago.
Oh, I never heard of fucking Chicago State. I didn't know we had a. So is Illinois and Chicago two separate entities? Are they two different states then?
What do you mean?
Because, well, Chicago State, Illinois State, are they two?
I see what you're
Is
saying.
Chicago a own fucking state of itself? What kind of horse shit is that? I never heard of that.
Chicago State basketball is, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, well, Chicago State getting 26.5 points, going to play the Gauchos in Santa Barbara. We can't take a play out of that, but
No.
I don't really even know. I don't know what the Gauchos are yet either. So
Chicago State's typically a huge dumpster fire. I've actually
Okay.
followed them from an outside for the last decade or so.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen's son used to go there, actually. play basketball.
okay, all right. Well, there you go. Hey, you learn you something new every day, kids. Hey, we're not going to sleep out of the eyes. Shit's starting to move. Shit's starting to groove. All right, here. Next game up, Service Academy. See, I remembered it that time. Army
Hey.
against LaSalle. The Explorers are laying 4 points at home. What say you, partner?
I'm out on this one. I've
too.
been,
Me too.
yeah, nothing. We can save time. I don't have too much thought on this one.
Next one up, really wanted to play out of it. I should have locked it in last night, but I did not think it was going to have value this morning for me to deliver to you wonderful people. Purdue versus North Carolina, plus minus 7.5. Purdue laying 7.5 in
Seven?
Chapel Hill. 7.5 in Chapel Hill. It was at 6 last night. I was comfortable till about 7. It getting that hook kind of scares me. I don't know what happens. I think UNC, or it's actually not in Chapel Hill. It's a neutral site game. But I
Yeah.
don't know what UNC is or what they're not. I don't know what Purdue is and what they're not. I know Purdue's a wagon and they're still going to be a wagon, but this could be a goofy game. I suggest staying far away. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm leaning Purdue laying the points. But again, I didn't want to lay over 6, and it's up to 7.5 now. So I would stay far the fuck away. I would stay away.
100% say I would echo everything you said. I don't know what they're valuing UNC as. I don't know what they're valuing Purdue as. I'm interested to watch this one, though.
100%. Okay, so keep it moving, keep it grooving. We probably won't have any plays out of these next handful here. NCANT Wake Forest.
No, sir.
Nothing. Niagara against St. Tommy's. No, sir. Oral Roberts against Central Arkansas.
No, sir.
Mercer against SLU. Eastern Michigan, Michigan State. Okay, well, we are just cooking right along here now. We're going to burn off some time. Beautiful. Colgate, Syracuse. I ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Utah, Boston.
No, sorry. I don't think I have any other official bets at this point. So
Really? You got nothing
move right
else?
past me.
Oh, well, all right. Lock and load. So I have, let me see. I've dished out 2. Yep, I got my 2 in there. All right, I got 2 more to dish out then. So we'll just kind of move it right along then. Nothing else that I was seeing of value. So the next game up that I will dish out for you guys, I'm going to the matchup. Let me see where the hell it is so I can make sure I tell you the right thing. Yep, there we go. There we have it. All right, they're already down. Holy shit, they're dropping quick, fast, and in a hurry. I think this line might flip, so listen up fast and get it hammered in as fast as you possibly can. We're going to the matchup between VMI, that is the Virginia Military Institute Cadets, to you peasants out there, going up against the Marist Foxes.
Goodness.
And we're taking the VMI Cadets plus 2.5. They've gone down to plus 1.5 already, my friends. You say, what the fuck is a Virginia Military Institute? I tell you, they're a sneaky good basketball team.
Yeah.
You might not think they are, but they are, my friends, and I think they should be favored by at least 2.5. I think we see this line flip, and that's where it goes. I think that Marist opened up as the favorites just because of them being at home, but they have the 345th ranked home court advantage per KenPom in the nation right now, so I'm not worried about that whatsoever. Overall ranking-wise, VMI is just hands down the better team. 159th in adjusted offensive efficiency, 359th in adjusted defensive, or 315th in adjusted defensive efficiency, but I think they come down on that number a lot today. And 41st in expected field goal percent on offense. Marist, 271st in adjusted offensive efficiency, 246th in defensive efficiency, and 130th in expected field goal percent. So I think Marist struggles here today to get the ball in basket, and VMI has a lot of success with their offense and actually being able to get out and run too, because they got the 202nd ranked tempo in the nation right now per KenPom, going up against Marist 314th. So any opportunities VMI gets out or gets to get out and run, I think that's where this game is going to lie. You don't believe me, believe the trends, my friends. Marist is no good at home or in the favorite spot. 5-11 ATS last 16 as a home fave. 6-15 ATS is Marist in their last 21 Saturday games. VMI 2-0-2 ATS last 4 as a road dog. 3-1-2 ATS last 6 as a dog overall. 10-4-2 ATS last 16 overall, and VMI is 5-2 ATS last 7 Saturday games. Give me the key debts. It's already dropping in our direction. You better scoop it up quick for my third college basketball best bet of the day.
I'm hopping on that one with you, my man.
Let's
I was
go.
a fan of the old key debts last year, and looking a little quickly more at Marist. I don't think they're anywhere near deserving of being favored in this game.
No, I'm going to put plus 2.5 in here in the ticker, but it's at plus 1.5 again. Very comfortable with that. Just showing what my play is and what I got it in at. Okay, last one of the day here, my friends, and partner. I think you might be able to, just like I predicted a couple of your plays, predict where I'm going here. They've been one of my boys so far early on in the year. It's another very tight spread. I've enjoyed watching them. You've enjoyed watching them. And holy shit, yeah, you boys need to lock these suckers in. Hold on, let me make sure before I tell you this, because the line has absolutely exploded. Holy smokes. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Wow, we might have to start doing this show at 7:30 in the morning, partner.
You got me on pins and needles, dude.
Yeah, I'm on pins and needles like a son of a bitch right now. I'm going to UC San Diego at Sacramento State. I got it at minus 2.5. It's up to -4 in favor of UC San Diego. I think UC San Diego runs away with this game, and I think I'd be okay at 4. I don't quote me on it, and if you're parlaying all 4 of these picks, I would leave that one out because I really liked it at 2.5, and maybe if you can somehow buy it back down to 2.5. But again, I'm not too scared of the -4. I really think, honestly, and I wrote down 2, I'm comfortable with this one getting up to 3.5. I think it's okay. I think that potentially the Tritons get a double-digit victory in this one just because of a couple key things. Their overall rank, 165th in adjusted offensive efficiency, 154th in adjusted defense, and 107th in expected field goal percent. That's compared to Sacramento State, 281st in adjusted offense, 319th in adjusted defense, and 340th in expected field goal. I don't see how Sacramento State can keep this game close whatsoever, maybe early on, but I think that eventually the Tritons do what most of the teams I bet on do, and that's boat race their opponents. 188th in the nation in tempo going against Sacramento State, 262nd. I think that's really key here, but also it's going to come down to the Tritons offense, and I think they just shoot the lights out. 84 points per game, 50.3% from the floor, 48.7% from behind the three-point arc. Compare that to Sacramento State, 67.7 points per game, 39.4 field goal percent, and a 36.7 three-point field goal percent. I don't think Sacramento State has a shot in hell, and I think I'm okay with taking this at -4, my friends. It's shot up for a reason. This game's not until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. We still have 11 fucking hours before we have this game tip off, so I think it moved for a reason. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. Sacramento State, 6-15 ATS last 21 home games versus a team with a winning record. 1-4 ATS last 5 following a straight-up win. UCSD, 5-0 ATS last 5 overall, 4-0 ATS last 4 Saturday games, and 4-0 ATS last 4 versus a team with a winning percent above 600. Give me the UCSD Tritons as the fourth and final best bet on my college basketball card. I'm comfortable with it at -4, fellas. Lock it in.
I took it at -3.5 just now for a half unit, my friend.
Let's go.
I am on it with you, dude. Sacramento State is a Big Sky team, correct?
Yes, they are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Not
that's another
good
one
at all.
not good
at all.
Another one right at the bottom there.
They're piss poor. Yeah, they're piss poor. So I'll put it in here at 2.5, but just know that you guys are fine taking that up to 3.5 and even 4, because we don't play for pushes, and I don't think there's pushes at 4. So I think they get this. I really think they could potentially get this done by double digits. So there you go. There you have it. All of my college basketball picks. That wraps up my card. Wraps up your card, partner. What say you? We got about 13 minutes till the top of the hour here. 12 minutes till the top of the hour. Just flipped over to 9:48 Central Time. A little nonsense, a little goofiness going on. We'll let the picks scroll through in the ticker a little bit, just to everybody can lock them in, check them out, whatever the case might be. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Whether you're watching on YouTube, hit that notification bell as well so you never miss the start of this live show, our live daily show, or any additional content dropping from the crew. Watching on our social media platforms, make sure you like, follow, all that good stuff on there, as we do consistently update those with additional content day in and day out, hour in and hour out. And also stop by talkingtheline.com. Just dropped my UFC blog today. That always drops Saturday mornings early. I was going to drop it late, but everybody was sleep last night when I got it finished. Your boy was up late grinding. Nobody liked, retweeted, and then all of a sudden they did this morning. I was like, hey, goofballs, it's already fucking out, so you might as well just go check it out. Shout out to our guy, Mark Drumheller. Him liking that means more to me than I could possibly imagine. He is, I mean, obviously we like to consider ourselves professionals. This is our career. We're obviously not as tenured as a lot of guys in the industry, and he is actually on the side of a lot of UFC articles. He does a lot of that stuff on his side. When it's not college football or NFL season, he does UFC on the side too. So him liking that, I saw this one and say, hey, my guy, appreciate the hell out of you. We definitely got to have Mark on another episode of Wise Words, and maybe we have him pop on here. I know he's got betting for breakfast, his Saturday morning show. But maybe we have him come on for a little Saturday cup of Joe on campus after he has his, after he has his breakfast. He's got to have a cup of Joe to wash it down too. So hey, who knows?
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Maybe we'll talk to him. What's going on your end of the world today, dude?
Not too much. Got a little family event going on here in the afternoon, so I might miss a little chunk of action. But
me too.
Yeah, no, got
check it out.
Just some. It's just that Sunday or Saturday fall family stuff going on. So
yep, I got about the same going on. Shout out to the Fam Bam if anybody's watching right now. Love all of you. Can't wait to see you in a couple hours. Check it out though, Max. See, we got one TV in the garage, right? Okay. So I'm thinking, oh fuck, what the fuck is your boy gonna do? And who knows? Maybe they want to watch the Northwestern game. You know, they're good Chicago fellas all around in there. So maybe they want to watch the Northwestern game. I said, I can't fucking bet on the game. I got to see something I got action on. All right. So hey, your boy's bringing the laptop. Your boy's got the ESPN Plus subscription locked and loaded. The wireless internet on the phone is good in case the Wi-Fi there is no good. We're ready to lock and load, partner. I'm not going to be sitting in the corner all goofy, all weird by myself following the action, but you best believe it will be on, and your boy will be live sweating in prime time, and we'll be cashing tickets with the fan, and hopefully getting some more fans of TTL Sports Media.
Yeah, most definitely. Sounds like we'll probably have a similar situation. My side of things, my brother, I'll be going at my brother's house. He's an Illinois alum, so that, and I'm not even up. I'm actually kind of excited to watch that Illinois-Iowa game. So I'm honestly not going to be upset if that's what we got going on. So, hey man, I mean, you got your UFC action. I've got a tiny bit of NBA action today. I got the Grizzlies, but it's kind of looking like a trap in and of itself. So I don't know about that one, honestly.
So, yeah, that too. If you guys didn't know, well, I don't know how you wouldn't. I'm trying to make it stick. It's in my bio now. Hashtag don't bet against Brazilians.
I gotta have it, dude.
First ever don't bet against Brazilians parlay. It's a 4-legger. Have you locked it in here to check it out yet, partner?
No, I didn't even see that you had dropped the blog until a few minutes before we got on the show here.
I wouldn't expect it. I that's kind of what I figured. You got your own shit going on in the morning. 4-legger plus 500 odds.
Okay.
Sick nasty. And 2 of the legs, minus 320, minus 420, and we're still getting those odds, my friends. Okay. One you're going to have to trust me with. You're going to have to trust me with Hani Yaya. He is the dog, but
I've been waiting on this parlay, dude.
This
is the case as far as don't bet against Brazilians. You can tell me right now what I'm betting on, and I will lock it in.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. This guy, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, casual UFC fan. Name a half a fighter on the roster. We start hanging out. We start watching fights. We start looking at it from different perspective. This guy can start naming every fucking fighter on the card now. Now, he's gone so far as to buy into the trend I've been telling him for the last 3 years, and now he's like, holy shit, the parlay has finally arrived. Hashtag don't bet against Brazilians. If you guys think I'm nuts, I highly suggest you stop doing so. Because I put it in my bio for a reason. I'm not crazy. Brazilians are crazy, my friends. Yep. And when they are all on the same card together, I wrote about it in today's blog. When they are on the same card together, they have this uncanny ability to win all outright, regardless of what their odds are. They're in the back. They have this, I don't know exactly what it means, but you'll hear it all night. If you watch the fights, you'll hear them go, boo-ha, boo-ha, and that's like their fucking shit, and they all hear it in the back, and it gets them all hyped. Shit, it just got me hyped thinking about it, and they all just blow through their competition, and I just can't fucking wait. 4 Brazilians on the card, 4-leg parlay. Check it out. I think we're getting it to the pay window. It's the first parlay that I've put out in about 5 or 6 weeks now, too, so Tell
me what it is. Are you trying to, or do I need to go to the blog?
Well, I'll tell you what it is, but if you want to know everything, we'll go ahead and...
I'll definitely go to the blog.
Okay, so we'll do that
I just
too.
got my book up right now.
All right, so here we go. First leg on the hashtag DBAB parlay. We are taking Luana Pinheiro up against Sam Page Hughes. Luana Pinheiro, minus 420 favorite. Absolutely love that. Check out some of the key reasons there. I think she rolls Sam Page. Leg 2, Tyla Santos against Joanne JoJo Wood. I think Joanne Wood changed her last name or cut off Calderwood because I thought it was Calderwood and now it's just
I still see
Wood.
it on FanDuel. It still says Calderwood.
Calderwood, and then everywhere else in the UFC it says Wood. And when I looked up her stats, it says Wood. So if you read that today and you think, Colt, you're a fucking dumbass, you claim to be this UFC guy and you don't even know the right names, I promise you, I looked it up in the UFC dialogue, I looked it up in the UFC fighter stats, I looked it up on ESPN, and I looked it up on DraftKings. The only spot that it still says Calderwood is FanDuel. So I don't know if she changed her name or something happened, but JoJo no longer goes by Calderwood, just Wood. That all being said, Tyla Santos would be my selection in that fight. Next one up.
Is that a name fade or is that a...
No,
no, I'm kidding.
No, you're a fucking goon. Third leg on this one. That is the Hani Yaya against Kang Kyung Ho. This is gonna be a scrap and a half, but I wrote about it. I think something goofy happens with Hani, and we might even see a little submission victory from him. But go ahead, read that. Check out what I think there. Fourth and final leg.
So Hani, I imagine that's Hani.
Yeah, Hani Yaya. Yeah, Hani Yaya is the Brazilian in that matchup. And then fourth and final leg. Caitlin Fenomeno Vieira going against Misha Cupcake Tate. And if you didn't know, we're taking Caitlin Fenomeno Vieira. She is a dog and a half. I think she has exactly what it takes to stop the Misha Tate comeback hype train dead in its tracks. I wrote about it. Check it out. My UFC blog, weekly Saturday UFC blog, available at talkingtheline.com. Under the More tab, you will see Crew's blogs. Colt's blog, RMags blog. RMags is going to have an installment of Extra Cheddar tomorrow. I have my installment today. Go check it out. Be sure to subscribe so you don't have to wait around for us to tell you here live on the show. You can get it right to your email inbox. Right there, right underneath everything. It literally says subscribe. Drop in the email you like. We'll deliver it right to your inbox. Everything cool. Now, I don't know why I always have to say this, but I feel like I do. We will not send you any spam. 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 I promise you that. It will only be our blogs. That is all you will get. So if you want to get them before anybody else, the moment they drop, subscribe to the TTL Crew's blogs. Outside of that, hashtag don't bet against Brazilians parlay. Anything else you got on tap here, partner?
Not too much, dude. I got a little 4-leg CFB parlay with some of the picks that I laid out on this show. That'll be scrolling right down under there. 50% profit boost over on DraftKings. Had to take advantage of that. Got to get at least one, nice little payout for my Saturday at college football. Let me double check which ones I added on there. It was Utah -3, Cal -2, K-State -2, and Ohio State -19.
Okay, well there you go.
With a boost about 1,700 odds.
All right, well I'm gonna have to take a little gander what we got going on over there too. We'll see what's happening. Outside of that, hopefully Big Boss Man came and sprayed for the cockroaches. We'll see how that happened. I never really heard anything. I don't know if anything ever happened, but maybe they got some behind-the-scenes look into the Cup of Joe on Campus pod here. Who knows? Old Matilda did come and rub up against my leg some point in time, so maybe that was her making sure I was still here and let me know somebody was breaking in. Maybe we're good to go, maybe not. I have no idea. I don't know what I am in for when we end this here show. About 3 minutes till the top of the hour. Well, let's keep it moving just until then before we let everybody get back about their Saturdays here. Tomorrow's action, got everything locked in as far as that. NFL is going to be solid. I should have balcony bets coming out tomorrow too. Obviously doing a little bit of traveling today and tomorrow, but I think I'll still have plenty of time to dish it out. I got my eyes on a couple of things, so stay on the lookout for that. Download Chalkboard. I know I mentioned it at the top of the show, but shout out to the entire Chalkboard crew. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. We love the app. We love all the stuff. You guys will too. Come over and join us. Download it. Follow the Talking the Line board. You can see all of our channels on there. There's one for just about every single sport out there, also for special plays, bad beats, talking shit, everything in between. We got it out there, and we want to connect with you guys. It's think kind of a Discord, but with being able to track bets and go back and forth and only sports betting. So join the Chalkboard community at Chalkboard HQ on Twitter and at Chalkboard in the App Store or Google Play. Hey, I remembered it this time for Android. So there you go, baby. How about that? Early in the morning, I remembered it. Yeah, come join us there. And then there's loads of other boards on there too that a lot of cool people that we've already connected with. So you guys will love it. Come join us there. Partner, any late breaking? Anything else, my friend? We need to deliver, dish out, banter about, anything in between?
I don't believe so. No breaking news so far. I mean, maybe I don't have the right college sports breaking news apps alerts. I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
Who's to say? I haven't
news
either.
Is good news? I don't know.
Yep, I haven't either. It seems to me that we're just about on the right side of everything, maybe outside of the old Villanova. Outside of that, we seem to be in good shape. But, hey, we'll see what the fuck happens. Lines have moved all in our favor. So remember to always tune in early. Remember to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you never miss the start of a live show. Anything in between. It's almost the top of the hour. Partner, before I send these people off, anything that you would like to share or tell the kind viewers out there that joined us for the third official episode of the Cup of Joe on Campus live streamed podcast?
No, I honestly just can't wait for more, bigger conference college basketball slates when we get into the meat and potatoes of that college basketball schedule. We're still on the old appetizer type side here. There's some big spreads still. I know we're finding hella value. We're both catching wicked amounts of tickets, but I'm just a sucker for that January-February college basketball season, dude.
Most definitely, I am too, but you know what I found is that it's just these mid-majors. Not so many people know about the mid-majors, and you can really, 100%. really take advantage of a smaller market. So that's where 100%. I found my niche, where I found my specialty, and I am going to keep beating the absolute shit out of the mid-major king drum, my friends. So, hey, anybody come try and take the crown, that's all right. I'm going to keep wearing it for the time being. All that being said, my friends, we'll let the ticker go throughout the outro, so you guys have a last final opportunity to lock in all of today's best bets. Partner, I thank you for joining me as always, my friend. I hope you have an absolutely terrific Saturday on the opposite side of this show and your fam bam. Outside of that, all of you beautiful people out there, if you got any traveling to do, you're doing anything in between like that, be safe. Make sure we see you on Monday for the daily show at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Outside of that, we appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Saturday, unless you have any other plans. And as always, hey partner, let's cash some tickets. Peace and love, everybody.